It's the final day of the Republican convention, and we continue our coverage right here on CNN News 18. I'm joined by Jeffrey Kian. He's an attorney, also an opinion columnist with Pan Am Post, a news website that publishes both in Spanish and in English.
That's correct, yes.
Thanks very much indeed, Jeffrey.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the opportunity.
Jeffrey, Donald Trump takes to the podium for the first time since that assassination attempt. Chatting off camera, you said to me that Trump saw heaven and hell. He's a new man. What do you mean by that?
Well, I noticed his face. He is not like he doesn't look like a Trump before the assassination attempt. He looks calm, maybe older, and I don't see him very hectic as before. Even his way of walking has changed. So before, he used to own the room. I don't know if you noticed that, own the room, because he's a big guy. Now, when he walk step by step, I notice he's humble in some way.
Humble or fearful?
Maybe both. Maybe both. He almost died before his time, because right now is the best time on his life. 4 years of hell for him. Many trials. His house was raided. His family was smeared, and now he's the nominee for the Republican Party. And after that, assassination attempt.
So he's going to speak. How is the speech going to be different from what we've heard and seen before?
I believe he's going to be less confrontational. He's going to call for unity. He's going to call for peace in the war. He's going to call for family union, love for the country, love for God. Because, again, the experience he just had is just something unique. I mean.
All right, well, let's go back to that assassination attempt. We've really not heard the extent of his injuries. There has been no medical report released. We've heard bits and pieces from some of his party members, his family, of course. Why is that the case? Like, we don't know if that damage to his ear is short-term, long-term. Why aren't we hearing more?
Well, the same night of the event, he flew back to New Jersey. So he was inside an airplane. And if someone has some kind of injury in the ear, you don't fly because the pressure inside the airplane. Meaning that he's fine. He's fine. Other than he might have a less piece of his ear for forever. It's gonna be a mark on him.
The reason I asked that about not releasing the reports is because he's really pounced on Biden for not taking a cognitive test and having those medical tests revealed to let America know. So why doesn't he do the same when it comes to this?
I don't know. I can't answer that. But he looks fine. He looks fine. And also, again, he flew. So if he has some kind of damage on his ear, he shouldn't be flying. Because inside an airplane cabin, the pressure, the compression affect your ear, your hearing and your ears.
So logically speaking, you think there's nothing to worry about?
Nothing to worry about it.
All right, let's turn our attention now to the Biden campaign. Biden's being tested positive for COVID, as you know. How much of a setback is this to Biden? Because he's really struggling here, fighting for his political survival, and now he's got to sit at home and self-isolate.
It's a very strange excuse for not showing at a political event in Nevada. An organization called Latinos US was waiting for him. And when you are in a campaign, you have to show up, because every event takes months of preparation and money.
You're talking about the evening event where he was supposed to address
in Nevada,
the Latino community, and he didn't come. They were told that he has COVID.
Yes.
So, but if he has COVID, how could he be there?
Well, COVID is a cruel disease. 99.99% of cases recover. And the COVID he has is mild COVID. And also, he has been vaccinated several times, so nothing to fear.
So as far as being tested positive for COVID yesterday, you think he still should have shown up and spoken to the Latino community and the Hispanic community?
It is a mild COVID. It is a very mild COVID. He was walking, and COVID is the treatment for COVID is like for a cold. We know that for a fact, no? Even though we were scared to death a few years back, and he was one of the promoters of that fear.
And going back to what I asked you, so is it a huge setback to him?
Yes, it is. It is. Nevada is a swing state. Biden won Nevada in 2020. Huge Hispanic population. They were waiting for Biden. They were waiting to meet the president, and the guy didn't show up. So no, I'm sick. I'm not going. And when you are in a political campaign, you can't do that. Can you imagine 30,000, 40,000 people waiting for Donald Trump in a rally and he didn't show up? No? Can you imagine?
So certainly a thumbs down from you for that. Let's look at J.D. Vance now. He is Trump's vice presidential pick. He gave his first speech yesterday after being selected as Trump's running mate. He was at ease, he played to the crowd, lots of energy, people loved him, he seemed like a great orator. He also played up and hammered home the point that he comes from working class America, those working class roots. Why is his appeal to the working class so very important?
Working class in America is between, I might say, 35% of the population, maybe more right now with this with inflation we have, maybe 40-45%, because less middle class, more working class right now. Working class is the group of American citizens that suffer the most with inflation. Working class is the group of Americans that have suffered the most in these 4 years of Biden presidency, because inflation, not many jobs, and also, and this is something that I think is going to happen, globalization. So we took all our manufacturing industry outside the United States, we continue doing that, and who are the people that suffer? Working class. I think end of globalization is coming in the next 4 or 8 years, and this is going to change the whole geopolitical spectrum around the world.
But there's another side to Vance which was really not played up, and that's the fact that he has lots of friends, billionaires in Silicon Valley. He's been worked in venture capital. Why didn't we hear any of that last night?
Because his roots. I'm Peruvian, I'm a Peruvian American, but still I'm Peruvian.
But the other side is also part of his life.
A small one. The brand that your childhoods insert on you never changes. And the peculiarities of his youth are very unique. His mother was a drug addict, and the mother, it was a very good move to have the mother at the convention. 10 years sober, fine lady, happy and very proud for his son. Origins, right now the vice president, and he could be the president of the United States.
Jeffrey, you're a Hispanic immigrant. I want to ask you about an Associated Press poll, which says that about half of Hispanic Americans have a somewhat or very unfavorable view of Trump, and it gets worse when it comes to the black community, black Americans. 7 in 10 black Americans have an unfavorable, or somewhat unfavorable view. Why is that the case?
Well, before it was worse, I believe, but it is just a poll that a company did. What is the reason? Because bad press. So the Democrats have a networking of non-profit organizations inside both communities. The Black American community, or the African American community, and the Hispanic community. In the case of African American, well, the slogan that the Democrat Party have put in Donald Trump, he's a racist.